The idea that the standard of the law is perfection seems, at least at first blush, a little extreme. But when you think about it, it's exactly how any law works. Look, a couple of years ago, I got nailed for a speeding ticket, right? And I was caught dead to rights. Now, it wouldn't have been helpful for me to tell the officer, gee, officer, you got me speeding on the freeway. However, you didn't see that when I was on the highway coming up to the freeway, I stopped at 4 stop signs, none of this California rolling stop business. I was just dead stopped at each one. In other words, I kept the law there. Because his response is going to be, you should have kept the law then, and you should have kept this law too. Keeping some of the law doesn't give you credit to break some other part of the law. Laws always demand perfection. We ought to keep the laws. Now, the problem is, of course, we don't do that. We know we're guilty. This is why we need a Savior, a rescue mission to save us from ourselves. Now, all forms of morality that is meant to make us right presume that the law doesn't require perfection, that we can break some laws with impunity without having any expectation of consequences for that. It's just not the way law works. Now, there is a lack of perfect justice in our human legal system, even though we understand that all laws should be obeyed. There is no lack of perfect justice in God's system because he never misses a lick. He sees everything. We're not going to be able to get away with that with God. The people who are operating based on morality to please God and think they're going to do it that way are going to be judged by that, by the way. God says you can offer the pardon I offer for you as a criminal, or you could just take your case to the court. We'll do it either way. You want the pardon or you want to go on your own merits? The problem is that people go on their own merits, it's not going to be a pretty picture. And if you read in the book of Revelation chapter 20, there's a summary of that final judgment. And every person who was judged according to their deeds was found wanting and was punished for their failure to keep the law. And each of us knows that sentence hangs over our head. This is what guilt is. It's the awareness of punishment impending because we know we shouldn't have done what we did. This is why Christianity makes so much sense, because it offers a solution to the genuine problem. And it doesn't sugarcoat it, it doesn't candy coat it, it doesn't look past the real problem. It identifies it for what it is.